Good afternoon. Welcome to the Chiropractic World Tour for this month. I have an incredible guest joining us in just a few moments here. I'm going to go ahead and send him the invite. Okay, well, we're waiting for him to log on. I'll share a little bit about who we have joining us today. So as many of you know, I'm a huge advocate for chiropractic, and I've really seen the power and amazing results that it's brought to my own life and my family. So for that reason, I have people reaching out to me weekly, sometimes even daily, asking for a great chiropractor in their area. And I have the unique honor and privilege of knowing and working with some of the very best top chiropractors all around the world. So what I've decided to do is begin a Chiropractic World Tour. We started last month. This is month 2 of our Chiropractic World Tour, where we are featuring an incredible chiropractor in a certain area of the world. And I want to tell you a little bit about our guest today and why I've decided to bring him on. Let's see if he's finding our invite. So our guest today, I was in Atlanta, Georgia last month, and I had the honor of going in and getting adjusted by Dr. Mike at a Complete Spine Solutions in Brookhaven. And it was such an incredible experience. I've been to now hundreds, maybe even getting close to thousands of chiropractic offices and worked with so many teams. And his office really stood out to me because the second I walked in, there was this incredible, high, exciting energy, and he was so full of life and just loved his patients on a whole new level. And it was fun and it was exciting, and everyone was contributing to becoming the healthiest, best versions of themselves. So I think we have him popping on here. A slight delay in adding him. Thank you for your patience. Those of you that are watching, go ahead and comment and share where you're watching from. And if you know anybody in Atlanta, share with me their name. Who do you know in Atlanta, Georgia? Have you been to Atlanta, Georgia? This is it's adding Dr. Mike now. I know he's been loving and serving patients all day, hopping on in his lunch break to meet with us. Adding. Okay. This is taking a little bit longer than usual. I have a little notification saying it's adding him, so hopefully we'll get him popping on very soon. No answer. Dr. Mike, where are you? Okay, we're gonna try one more time. It may be an internet connection. Here we go.
We did it.
There he is. Yay! Hi. Welcome, Dr. Mike.
Yes, thank you.
Beautiful. So I was just sharing with the group here how I had the incredible experience of going to your office last month and actually being adjusted by you. One of the best adjustments I've ever had, by the way. And something that really stood out about your practice was your high energy and your love and passion, and you're really living the message. You are like the image of chiropractic. You're living it, and so excited about it. When I saw you, it reminded me of like the very first adjustment I got, and you live in that state of the excited state that we have right after getting adjusted. So I think that that's incredibly inspiring. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate that you thought of me, and I'm so happy you had a good visit as well.
Absolutely. I even got to do my traction, which was a huge bonus.
Yeah, that's great.
So what I'd love for you to share with the audience here, I have many friends. Many many friends that have joined in, many who have asked me for a chiropractor in their area, or what kind of chiropractor should I look for, what kind of technique. So I'd love to feature you and the kind of technique that you practice. Will you share with us what it is and how you help patients?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we practice, our main goal is to correct spinal alignments. And what we do, we use the most evidence-based approach to do that based off of the research. And what we found is chiropractic biophysics has done so much research to actually show that, one, there's a normal spinal alignment, and two, all right, there's a way also to correct it. So we use that approach with our analyzing the spine through x-ray and posture. And then from there, we make a plan to actually go correct their spine, and we take an x-ray in depending, maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months, see where they're at, and then keep checking in with them. We also use other different techniques as well. So like traditional type of chiropractic, we use my hands to adjust. It really helps to get the body functioning properly. And we also teach certain exercises to get their posture in proper alignment. And then we do a very specific traction to hold them into the right alignment. And what we find out is that when we do that, we find that their body starts functioning better. They never really realized it. They'll come in with different symptoms, whatever it may be, whether it's a headache, whether it's digestive issues. And as we put them on this traction to align their spine, what we find is that those issues start to go down. And then they start noticing that they have more energy, they're sleeping better, they're in a better relationship with whoever they're with. They are able to do the things that they love doing, whether it's hiking, whether it's being active, and they get their purpose back in life, or whatever that may be.
That is so beautiful. So you're really helping people live a better quality of life. And I love what you said about the types of improvements that you see. That was another thing that really stood out about your practice when I was there is I did chat with every single patient that came in, and you had quite a few, you're very busy. And
yeah.
Every patient, I asked them, what kind of improvements have you had? What kind of results have you had? Every single one of them had actual organ improvements, not just, oh, my back pain's better. There was a man who had improvements on headaches, someone else high blood pressure. So tell me about that. What are some of the things, like on an average day, that you see what are some of the results you see your patients get?
Well, I mean, yeah, like you said, a lot of people come in because they're thinking pain, which is, yes, nerves do sense pain. But then obviously we come in and we figure out there's other things going on because the nerves go to every single cell, tissue, organ in the body. So some of the organ systems that we find better, starting from the top down, we've noticed people with eye floaters. They had floaters. They think it's normal. They think it's normal with aging. That starts going away. Some people, one of our patients, she actually went to eye doctor and saw that her vision was getting better. Wow. We also, tinnitus or ringing of the ear. Some patients notice that their neck alignment is related to that. Headaches is a huge one. We also, some of our students, they get adjusted. They say that they're able to study for longer and better, longer and better. They can remember the facts a lot better, so there's less brain fog. And then going down, even looking at my chart right now, notice a lot of people with energy problems. They come, they're drained at the end of the day. They sleep. Sleep is just not where it should be. They're waking up at nights. That gets a lot better as well, especially if those nerves go to the thyroid in the neck. We notice if that's being suppressed, their hormones are being suppressed, and then all of a sudden when they get their neck aligned, that they're able to have more energy, sleep better, and then are just much more vibrant throughout the day. And then we keep going down the whole entire list. We've had people with blood pressure issues go away. We have people that asthma starts going away. They've had their whole entire life that they say is just normal for them. We've had people with have a hard time breathing, so shortness of breath, that starts getting better. The nerves in the upper back go to the lungs. And then we also, looking at the chart as well, the nerves in the mid-back that go to the stomach. A lot of people with reflux, indigestion, they're relying on Tums, relying on all these medications, even over the counters, just to get through symptoms. They don't have to rely on them anymore. Their organs are now functioning better. They're secreting their right amounts of acid, right amounts of hormones for the body. Going down, a lot of people have adrenal fatigue, causing a lot of energy problems as well. That starts getting better. We've noticed people that get tired or cranky or irritable if they don't eat for 3 hours. I think that's just usual for them. Yeah, that gets better too. They can survive longer amounts of time without eating, which is really a good measure of the strength of the body. You should be able to go longer without eating and not depend on constantly snacking. Also, a huge thing we've noticed to get better is digestive issues, especially lower digestive areas.
Wow.
So the nerves in the lower part of the spine, they go to digestion. So we got large intestines, bladder, and even the sexual organs as well. So all of those functions start getting better. People with bloating, digestive issues, that starts getting away, and they don't change their diet. Yeah, and they're not changing that at all. The only thing that's changing is what we're doing in the office. Urinary frequency, so going to the restroom more often. People just blame that to drinking more water. We find out during the history is that they're drinking the same amount of water. They just have to blame something. They start correcting their lumbar spine, their low back, and then all of a sudden the bladder gets stronger because the nerves supply energy to the bladder. They're not waking up 3 to 4 times, even once a night, to use the restroom, and then throughout the day as well. And then especially a lot of women with either menstrual cramps that don't allow them to get through the day. And I can only imagine that must be awful to have. One of my patients, it was like 7 to 9 days she would have it, and she reported that now it's back to being more regular, meaning it's like 5 days as well.
That's fantastic.
So that's just a small sample, though. I see a lot more. And,
wow, I'm glad I asked. That was absolutely incredible. And what's interesting about a lot of the things that you mentioned, I think that we convince ourselves and society convinces us that these things aren't really a problem, or, oh, it's not that big of a deal, or I'm just getting old. I hear people say that all the time, the frequent urinating, things like that.
Yes.
And people accept them, and we accept it as a society, not knowing that there's an answer and there's a way to really get your youth back and live a better quality of life. That's something that really fascinates me about chiropractic biophysics, and what you've taught me that you do in your practice is how it's actually reversing the aging process in the body. That's how powerful it is. And it's something I've experienced in my own health. I wasn't fortunate enough to be adjusted since birth. I wish I could say that I was like you.
Yeah, I know.
I experienced an amazing, in a way it was a blessing, because I experienced this shift. And even now, the longer I'm under chiropractic care, I think I'm coming up on 10 years now, or maybe it's been 10 years. The longer I'm under care, the more I start to see things fade away that I didn't realize were problems before. Like, I'm sleeping better, things that I just thought were normal, or things that had always been that way, trouble breathing in certain environments. I just thought that was part of who I was. And now, with the freedom that chiropractic has brought me, through doctors like yourself, I'm able to see a whole new quality of life that I didn't even know was possible. So for that, I thank you so much. And I was able to experience that. I know you got me adjusted and all fixed up for a immersion seminar that I was teaching.
Yes.
I felt the difference and really felt the power of that and the energy of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's my intention with anyone that I speak to and anyone that comes in the office. I'm not really, yes, I want them not to have symptoms anymore, but that's just an alarm system. I want to get the body function 100%. And then usually what happens when it does, symptoms go away. I don't treat symptoms. I really treat the body, and then I want everyone to function the best possible.
That is amazing. I love that. Thank you so much. So I have many people watching, for those of you that are watching that live in the area, in Georgia, Atlanta, Brookhaven. I know you have an office in Tucker as well.
Yes.
Find Solutions. And for anyone watching, or if you know someone that lives in that area, these are doctors both at the Tucker and Brookhaven Complete Spine Solutions locations that I have trusted with my own health, and I would trust with my family's health and my future children's health. They are absolutely incredible and really highly skilled and gifted. And the biggest thing that really stands out about me about your entire team, Dr. Mike, at both locations is it's so evident in each one of you that you want what's best for the patient. And I've seen you go to great lengths, and I've seen the other doctors go to great lengths to really do what's best for the person in front of you. It's not about just getting the doctor visit. It's about really serving and loving the person at the highest level and helping them find the best fit for them and their health. And so that is something that I'm all about and backing you up 1,000%. So I promise you, if you have someone in that area, they're going to be in the best of hands at Complete Spine Solutions. Dr. Mike, what's a great way for them to get a hold of you? I'll put your website and phone number and link
Yeah.
in the comments here. So everybody here watching the website, photo link this interview, forward that to everyone that you know in Atlanta or anyone you know in the area. And Dr. Mike, what would be an opportunity that they could have? I know sometimes you have workshops and things like that. What would be a great opportunity for them to see your office and experience what you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the primary doctor at I'm the one that's here all the time basically at the Brookhaven location, and then the other doctors at the Tucker location, which is like 20 minutes from here, the other side of Atlanta. They have Dr. Dennis and Dr. Rachel Box, and then Dr. David Shapiro is the owner of both of the offices, where he'll go back and forth, and sometimes Dr. Dennis goes back and forth too. And yeah, so at the Brookhaven location, we teach a workshop every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. At this workshop, I cover why I personally believe this healthcare system needs to change, why I believe it's so important, and why really, if it did change, I believe more people live the life that they want to their full potential. And then on top of that, I talk about what we do at the office as well. They do the same type of workshop, a different person at the Tucker location. Dr. Rachel will usually teach that one. And that one's at 6 p.m. At the Tucker location on Thursdays.
Okay, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m.?
Yeah, so Tuesdays is at the Brookhaven location, and the Thursday at 6 p.m. is at the Tucker location. And that's every week.
Beautiful. So those of you that are interested in learning how to live a better quality of life and you want that freedom for those that you love, please go see Dr. Mike and the other doctors at 6 o'clock on Tuesday or Thursday in Brookhaven or Tucker. And do you mind putting the workshop dates in the comments, Dr. Mike? And I'll go ahead and add in the link to your website.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you so much. I really appreciate you being here with us today and sharing your wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for inviting me. It was, I really appreciate that you thought of me. That's
my pleasure.
I hope this helps other people that don't know that chiropractic or even a specific type of care like chiropractic biophysics, how that can help them. And I'd be happy to talk to someone. I invite them to come to either office. They can talk to any of the doctors, and we're just here to help.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything that you do, and thank you for the incredible adjustment and wonderful care.
Yes. Anytime.
Month in Atlanta. Have a great day, Dr. Mike.
Yes, I'll leave the comments right now. Yes. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.